شكرا. Thank you very much. Yes, we're all set for the second match of the evening here, round 3 of course, and this one should be an absolute cracker as we switch our attention to the men's half of the draw, and both these players inside the world top 10. So do be sure to get behind your favourite, New Zealand versus Egypt, in this next match, and both players are ready to go. First of all, we'll start with a player who is the current world number 8 and has 7 PSA titles to his name, 286 PSA appearances with us, and beat Karim El Hamami by 3 games to love in his round 2 match. An 8th World Championship, he made the last 16 in 2019 and was a semi-finalist at the recent or Tournament of Champions, I should say. Let's hear it for Egypt's number 10 seed, Mazen Hesham. Good luck. So the world number 10 going up against the world number 1 this evening. 19 PSA titles to his name with 429 PSA appearances under his belt. He beat Mahesh Mangaonkar by 3 games to 2, or 3 games to love, I should say, in his round 2 match. And it's a 7th World Championship. He was our runner-up here at the World Championships in 2019. And this season, he's been the winner of the British Open in 2022, as well as the Windy City Open in 2022. From New Zealand, it is Superman Coll.
Short break before this second match of tonight's play. Just seen the world number 1 in the women, Noronga Hart, get through. Now we're looking at the world number 1 in the men, Coll from New Zealand, taking on Mezen Hesham, the number 10 seed from Cairo. Known as the Black Falcon, he's had a terrific run. It's been the best phase of his career so far. Mezen Hesham, consistent tournament after tournament. That's why he has that ranking of 8 in the world. He's approaching 300 matches now in his career, and he's a massive asset to the PSA World Tour. Brings a really exciting brand of squash, very unique. A bit disappointing against Ali Farag at the JP Morgan Tournament of Champions. It's like he had his wings pinned there. He wasn't there physically at all. But I mean, you can't ask for more. He's playing in his own backyard with a very, very packed crowd that'll all be roaring for him. Coll will be oblivious to that, though. He has this ability to shut out any of those exterior situations. He's on the run to 450 matches.
Half-time.
Looking for his first World Championship win. World Championship finalist before Qatar. Joining me in the comms box, and she's here for the rest of the tournament, Lisa Aitken. I know you're excited about this one as well, Lisa.
Very excited about this one, yes. Obviously, massive contrast in styles. And this, you put me on the spot last night, Joey, but on court tonight is, one of the two is my pick for the tournament winner.
Well, in both events, I feel as we go through the rounds, we get probably into the quarterfinals, it's going to get even more interesting. But we've got a great night of squash in both venues, might I add. We're also broadcasting from the original venue. world #1 and #1 seed from New Zealand, taking on Mazen Hesham, the #10 seed from Egypt.
PSA World
First
Championships,
men's match
Cairo 2022.
at this new venue for the World
Men's round
Championships.
three match. Mezen Hesham of Egypt to serve. Coll, New Zealand to receive. Best of 5 games. Lovell.
The Black Falcon kicks it off.
Well, Mazen Hesham certainly has been playing some of his best squash recently. Had a very good British Open, reaching the semi-finals, losing out 3-1 to Ali Farag, beating Marwan El Shabagi along the way.
Not up.
Quite funny, it was quite an ungainly movement there from Mezen Hesham. Didn't want to completely commit to the lunge. Used the racket face to fade that ball in, and that's where he is dangerous. It looks like he might not get to certain balls. He then relies on his skill set.
We need court service, please. Thank you.
So
I think we have an animal on there.
It might be. If it has, it's been squashed. But it's just a bit of residual dust. We are in Cairo in the desert, and there's just a lot flying around.
Thank you.
So court maintenance needs to kind of be called on. Whenever there's a bit of a delay or a break in play, it's worth getting them on. The referee is just calling them on just to keep that nice and secure, that floor.
Yes, let's. Mr. Coll, please be careful not to encroach there. It could possibly be a stroke next time. 1-0.
Well, I reckon that was just because well, he's got a very, very good point there, the Black Falcon, but I did like the way he did the kind of rock-esque eyebrow that went up. Just letting Jason Foster know.
Well, it's his trademark shot. Three-wall boast into the nick. Just clipping it in this time.
Well, Paul Coll's got the right colours for this challenge. He's got the kind of army khaki green Lisa.
Does indeed. His last match, he was wearing a really clean, slick white and blue outfit that I did appreciate. Oh, it's perfect.
And out, 2-all. And out.
And that is the trademark boast into the nick
Please.
that I alluded to 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, he's the worst person to elect to do boast and drive with, Mezen Hesham. That boast nick. There we go. Just see a bit. That to me is kind of dust, isn't it? Sand. It's coming out the floor.
And
so
out.
in between the joins,
3-2.
the very minute joins, there's bits of sand that are coming out, dust and sand. Because for me, the colour of the floor is slightly changed even this evening.
It has gone a bit dustier, yeah,
That's
you're
why
right.
you need that wet mop.
Sure we can arrange that for you.
A very good Hoover.
Henry.
And other brands are available. You see it from our camera angle there. You see in between every 3 floorboards, you See, there's kind of a lacquer line of sand.
Yes, let. 3-2, right. Handouts, 3-all. Down. 4-3.
That was very, very tagged.
Down. 5-3.
Squeezes on, and it's only the early stages of this match. You know, Paul Coll is going to do the basics hugely well. Funny you say the basics. I mean, hitting a ball in 2 floorboards consistently on either side is far from basic. It's a lot harder doing that on a consistent basis than hedging your bets and going for a cross-court nick.
Oh, it absolutely is. You can just, everything about Paul Coll being able to hit that shot is pristine. His racket prep, his footwork,
And
getting
out.
underneath the ball, getting set, balanced,
4-5.
good position.
That's a lovely shot.
That's a great shot.
I'd like to see that, because if he holds the ball, takes it deep, and then shows that shot as well, that can cause a few doubts in the mind on the tee for Coll, just rocking and rolling.
Down. Handout, 6-4. Yes, let. Sufficient interference. 6-4.
That was down. I saw it as well, Lisa. I know you did.
I definitely did.
Clip the top of the tin. Play goes on, and he's won the rally anyway.
Down.
But it was down. Of course, Paul Coll not first
7-4.
at all. Some players would have been gesticulating to Jason Foster. That was the ball. It tipped the top of the tin. Didn't clip the top of the tin, it tipped it. Tipped the top of the tin.
7-4.
Tipped it and popped up.
Yeah.
Definitely down.
Down. 8-4.
Well, Mazen Hesham clearly not happy with the scoreline at the minute, but it's all credit to Coll's quality, just getting the squeezes, the accuracy in the back of the court. That's a great shot. And that's the flip side.
Hand out. 5-8.
Being able to play those shots from anywhere under any amount of pressure is why Mazen Hesham is so good.
Down. Hand out. 9-5. Yes, yes, let.
I'm gonna play next time. Morning.
9-5. Down. 10-5. Game ball. Down. 11-5. Game to Coll. Coll leads.
Well,
11-5.
Coll, very businesslike, takes the first game.
Very professional, Lisa. Right on cue from him. Coll coming into this situation unfazed. It's Mezen Hesham that's battling the demons, knowing that he's going to have to dig deep mentally and physically to make any type of inroads. His quality of squash has got to be up there with the very best. Conditions obviously in favour of the local players here in Cairo, but Coll going about it nicely. 1 game to love lead so far.
Well, Mazen Hesham doesn't even seem to be making any inroads mentally or physically in this encounter tonight. Doesn't seem to be quite at the races, in my opinion. Not really bringing too much discipline and structure in his play. Coll, all credit to him. It's very, very accurate. It's clinical when it needs to be. Very businesslike.
Well, certainly plenty of sights from this area. It's really takes me back a little bit. We've played all the events in more recent times in what is called New Cairo, the new development of the city. Coming back into the old city, it's been a long, long time since I've done that. Seeing all these historic buildings as we were driving from the hotel, which is the Four Seasons, lovely hotel, tournament hotel. Seeing a lot of monuments and a lot of historical buildings that are pretty fascinating.
Coll leads 1 game to love. Lovell.
Let's see what Mezen Hisham's going to do in this, Lisa. He's got to step up to the mark, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can tell from his body language already that he's going to put in a bit of a shift here, hopefully. Just got really disheartened very early in that first game. Like you said, needs that ability mentally and physically to put the work in, bring that discipline that he has showed in his game recently, finding the back corners before he unleashes all his trickery and weapons and his tool belt. Coll has that ability to just run the back trees out. And
Down. Pick-up was good.
No, check. You have to check it first.
I'm not going to check it because I'm satisfied the ball was good. 1 love. Please play on, Mr. Hesham. I've made a decision. The ball is good.
Don't
Thank
always
you.
have to
1
check
love.
everything. When a referee is convinced, then that's the word.
And I'm not sure I've ever seen Coll take a double bounce.
He doesn't need to be having an epi fit here. It's purely out of frustration.
Down.
From the Black Falcon. And it's one decision that was correct anyway, and he's having a head off, which is not good. You know, he's got to knuckle down. This is the World Championships. He's up against the best player in the world at the moment, and he's playing him in a terrific environment in his own backyard, Lisa.
Down.
Certainly no gratitude being shown at the moment, which I think would definitely help his game.
Coll just completely in that zone. And completely oblivious to what's going on outside of the game plan.
Down.
And he's just being helped along here. This is a ridiculous start. Tin, tin, tin. Coll gets through this match, and it's relatively comfortable, Lisa, which again I'd like to see Mezen Hesham. Oh, there's another tin. That's a five tins.
Love.
It's just not. You can't be doing that at this level. You cannot be doing that at this level. You know, he's so much better than this. I don't know what's going on with him, but Coll, if he does get through this, the average match time between these two is 70 minutes. The players that are really on it do their research with their opponents, particularly with their coaches, about the past history and what's tough and what's difficult. Mezen Hesham always a bit of an unknown quantity with the danger, and if he does get through this, he will release himself massively, Coll. It will be a real asset to the rest of his campaign. Another error, 6 errors, 6-love lead.
6-love.
Yeah, it's not making for the best viewing tonight, unfortunately, but you're absolutely spot on, Joey. I think this, you know, Coll is obviously one of, if not the fittest player on the tour. Having short matches will not really bother him.
No.
Or a long match, really. It's not about that, but you're right, when you get to the business end, the semis and the finals, this will, if it plays out like this, that it is at the minute, will definitely be in his favour.
He would have, as much as he's got the relaxed exterior and he's oblivious, he's showing oblivion to the the surrounding scenario, he would have, there'd been an edginess about coming into this match because of the 70-minute match time, and also, like I said, I sound like I'm repeating myself, but the point I'm trying to make is that is dispersing very quickly, and then he can do a deep breath after this and be like, right, I'm going to refocus and start to restart the tournament from the quarterfinals.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Especially with having that day off. This seems to be, so far, a bit of a walk in the park.
10-love.
Be a bit of an anti-climax, so you might have a hangover effect from that, and then have to regroup, really utilise that day off well.
The best thing you can do is have a Sakara goal. No, you can't. That's wrong. Don't do that. That's not good advice.
Down.
Nice.
11-love. Game to Coll. Coll leads. 2 games to love.
Oh, it's 11-love. 11-love. So very, very disappointing. Coll will sit down now, right at this moment, and think Christmas has come early here in Cairo. 19 minutes, Lisa. 2-love for Coll over the current world number 8, Mezen Hesham.
Overwhelming so far. We thought we were in for an absolute roller coaster with that 70-minute average match time. 2 head-to-heads going all the way to 5. I'm not sure if there's an injury issue with Mazen or just a complete head-off due to the impeccable quality and control of Coll tonight. But who knows what can happen next?
Well, the tremendous citadel still slightly visible as we progress on. Be a nice viewing point of the court. You'd see quite a nice sight over the front wall. knowing Paul Coll, if this does go the way and he's out of here in 30 minutes, he'll have to do a bit of a run out tomorrow. Something to get the engines going. That's a very, very dejected looking Black Falcon. His shoulders are slumped. He looks really fed up. Really struggling. See that there? He just popped it in the tin, Lisa.
Yeah, I am wondering if he's struggling physically. This wasn't particularly watching his performances recently. This is
Level.
not what we have been seeing. He looks very jaded, dejected. Paul Coll for sure. Maybe even tonight we'll be getting a blast of what he needs physically. Tomorrow we'll certainly have some high level of activation.
Now. One love.
Very, very meticulous with his preparation, recovery. As you would expect from the world number one. Leave no stone unturned. It's quite impressive how Paul Coll goes about his business.
And out, 1-all.
He certainly looks okay physically. Moving to all four corners absolutely fine. Desperately trying to search for some kind of explanation into the bagel. Don't get me wrong, not taking anything away from how well Paul Coll is playing, but it's the lack of thought and attention to detail with his shot selection and his body language and his attitude. It's all just a bit haywire.
Errors, isn't it? I mean, it's so many errors.
Hand out,
It's hitting the tin
2-1.
so much. It's like Paul Coll will be like, if I put this rally over 20 shots, 25, even 30 shots, it's going to end in an error. Pretty comforting, isn't it, for Coll?
Yes, let. Right side, 2-1.
Much better, this little period from Mazen Hesham. Seeing his body language, he's just looking sprightly, looking alert. That did look like it was in the nicking. Referees are situated quite far back in this outdoor venue.
Outdoor cinema. Reminds me of being, well, I wasn't alive then, but would have been like being in Hollywood in the 50s.
Much better rally, but ending in an error, another error.
But that's what I mean. It's, you know, I say 25, 30, go to 40 shots, go to 50 shots. The outcome, nearly 80%, 85% of the time is an error.
Ball.
Sorry, Lise. Coll just dominating the tee.
Yeah, but that due to the quality that Mazen. Oh.
Out. Court service, please.
Just a little clip of the leg.
It's clear contact there. I was showing you I could get the ball.
No let.
I was showing you I could get the ball.
It went
I
out.
in the leg.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. No let is the decision.
Well, Paul Coll asking for a let due to the impact on mid-dive. We'll see it here.
Hand out.
There's the clip. And for sure, he would not have hit that
2-3.
ball out if there was no impact. So
I know, you can't say it's minimal interference.
it cannot be a no-let. 100% he's picking that ball up, and he's likely not going to hit it out.
So it was a no-let. Mezen Hesham now
3-all.
at parity at 3-all.
Down. Hand out. 4-3. Yes, let. Yes, let. Saw the ball slightly behind you there.
Well, we've a lot of blood pouring out of the knee.
Mr. Coll has a blood
Coll.
injury. Needs some time to stem the flow.
He will need to take some time to control the flow.
Yeah, it won't take very long. Just be a quick mission here by Derek Ryan. Maybe a little kind of black knee sleeve. Should do the job. This is where it happened when he doesn't dive anymore, Paul Coll, but there's a bit of an impact as well. That was the no-let that was given. That's obviously that knocked off the initial scab. To see the local photographer there, fascinated to take a photo of Paul Coll's knee.
Mr. Coll has a blood injury, has up to 5 minutes to have the injury seen to.
Paul Coll will be used to knowing how to stop the flow with the diving that he used to do a lot more. Obviously, he doesn't do that quite so much anymore. He's worked with Rob Owen, has improved his movement dramatically, gets his feet well under the ball now.
Yeah, and his accuracy and shot selection, it all kind of speaks for itself. It was, like I said before, it was exciting, but it was inefficient. It meant that he was exposed or played the wrong shot, and that doesn't happen anymore. Just waiting on something there. Lee Beachall, overseeing. Certainly caught some sun today.
I actually thought that was the CIA. But it's Lee Beachall.
Looks like he needs some aloe vera on the back of his neck, Lee Beachall. It won't be long. The ruling for that is 5 minutes. We'll be back on and play. Will Mezen Hesham be able to somehow regroup and chop and change and knock a bit of momentum out of Coll? Only time will tell.
I'm surprised he's not opted to stay on court and keep that ball warm, keep himself warm and alert. He was just coming into his game a lot more. Much better attitude and body language.
I do feel if you're just going into kind of that organisation and having that bag absolutely sorted with what
Coll
you need,
serving from the right,
I would say that it
4-3.
would be highly recommended that players that...
No, 4-3. Yeah.
Seeing the score there, players that do happen to lunge a lot and get low in that lunge and scrape the knees. Hanya Al-Hamami is one of them as well, to have those kind of slightly black kind of tuba grip type things that you would put over your knee, and it would just, that sorts it then.
Yeah, the black in colour just stops from the blood from coming through and being visible. We had Hania Al-Hamami actually did have that yesterday in her match. She often has grazes on her knees. They're just waiting to be reopened at every match with the low lunge that she does. She's not a diver, although she did dive 10 love up match ball yesterday. But she has a very low lunge position when she's on the ball, scraping the knee off the floor. Got to be a bit sore.
Well, we finally got a rally. Mazen Hesham actually getting a bit in front of Coll and looking a lot perkier. So I have no idea what's been going through the mind of this young man. Typical of Coll, just going along with it. Very, very happy to get his engines going. Will it end in an error from Mezen Hesham? So what do you think? Hedging your bets.
It's less likely it'll end in an error from Paul Coll, that's for sure.
Down.
Oh wow,
And
wow.
it did end in an error. He dodged the
left.
bullet there and
5-3.
he bulleted it into the floor. Didn't just hit the tin. Watch this.
Yeah, he's just tried to come over and top spin that out of nowhere. Built quite a good rally up until that point. It's just very chaotic, impatient.
Down.
And another error straight away, too quick.
6-3.
Points. Looking not too bad for him at 4-3 after the blood break.
Good up.
Yeah, that's a great shot. The ability to really slow that swing down and play a drop with that back swing. Takes quite a big, shows the drive,
4-6.
brings the racket down and slows it just at the right time. Play the drop.
Hand out, 7-4.
I'd love to know the error count in this match from Hesham.
Now, 8-4. Hello. 9-4. Down. Hand out. 5-9. Hand out. 10-5. Match
5
ball.
match balls. Paul Coll will go back to his hotel room, assume the lotus position and meditate. Isn't Hesham? He's really not at the races at all, so there's obviously an injury issue, and he's very annoyed with Paul Coll.
6-10.
Extending the match.
Ball.
There
11-6, match to Coll, 3 games to love.
Relieved with
11-5.
Beyond relief.
11
He knew
love.
fully well that that could be a
11-6.
bit of a difficult scenario for Mezen Hesham limping off, so there's obviously an issue with him physically, as well as struggling slightly mentally. Paul Coll booking his place into the quarterfinals, first man through. We're going to be hearing from him and Michael.
Just getting a bit of hand with my technical earpiece. There we go. Thanks, Paul. I think they're ready for us, Paul, so we'll get your little take on that. We were expecting another battle between the two of you there. Your average match time, 70 minutes normally with Mazen, but didn't quite go the distance today, but I guess that benefits you for further along in the tournament.
Yeah, I'm very happy to get off in 3. Mazen can make you do some unbelievable amount of work and big lunges, and it can be really damaging on your body, but I managed to close it down today. Felt like I was seeing it better. It was, nice to get on this court. It's a very true court, very, very nice to play on. So I'm very happy with tonight's performance and to get off 3 love.
Does that mean you have to do a little bit of extra work tomorrow? We know there's a bit of gap and time and distance between now and the quarterfinals for you, and I guess it's about trying to keep yourself engaged and the body active in that downtime. So what will you do tomorrow?
I'll just have a hit. I think we get 30 minutes on the court, so I'll smash that out. Got my physio here, so we'll do a bit of work together, maybe a bit of work in the gym, bit of activation stuff, mobility stuff. So I'll be flying come next round. I'll be 100%, yeah.
And how's the knee feeling? We saw there was a bit of blood there, but it didn't look anything too serious. But does it feel all right?
Yeah, it's fine. I didn't even know I did it, to be honest. It's a brand new floor, so it's nice and grippy. It's got a bit of grit on the surface, so I think there could be a lot of that this week. Just if you lunge, scrape your knee, it's like I said, it's a brand new floor, so we'll take a bit of skin off, but no dramas.
Good stuff. Great to see you in top form as well, ladies and gentlemen. Through to the quarterfinals, Paul Coll.
Well, as you can see, Paul Coll, ever businesslike, feeling good, and he's going to be coming back flying in the next round. He's brought that average match time of 70 minutes right down to with a 3-love win tonight. Bit of an up and down match, not what we expected, a little bit underwhelming from Mazen Hesham. Perhaps a little bit of a niggle, not sure, he only chose to limp at the very last minute. He did come out a little bit better in that third game after the bagel. 11-love from Paul Coll in the second. But all credit to him, he played immaculate squash, very in the zone, showing us what is to come in the next round. Well, up next, don't go away, we have the Belgian Nela Gillis, the 11th seed, against Manda Sobi of USA, the number 4 seed.